Someone! You're bleeding! Let me help you! Again! When will they learn?
Well, have you found out where Kernaz has been carrying out his experiments?
Yes. We discovered a gigantic site under Rasili's laboratory.
Imagine that. The rumor was true. Incredible.
There were a great many soldiers, but also a place where experiments were carried out on my people.
How horrible. And these experiments were done on Kernaz's orders?
Yes. We found letters that make a direct reference to him, as well as scientific research documents.
But however did you discover this place?
When searching the old laboratory that you indicated to us, we found a hidden lift. It went down into the depths of the earth until it stopped in ancient ruins.
That must certainly be the thermal baths from the Astrian period.
While exploring the zone, we stumbled across the camp of a soldier who was protecting an underground building. Inside the building they carried out experiments, and my kin were held captive. These research documents that we found in the laboratory, none of us understand what they mean. But we need clear proof of what these people are up to.
May I take a look? This is beyond my capacities, even though I do recognize a few formulas. Can, I suppose that you would be far more able to understand what this is all about?
If I could help you, it would be with pleasure. But I'm going to need some time to decode all of this.
We'd better let him work in peace. You should come back later.
I would prefer to wait here if it's all right with you.
Of course. You should make yourself comfortable. It's going to take a little while.
While you're waiting here, I'm going to send a message to Zerin, asking her to meet up with us later.
Excellent idea.
Here are your documents and our explanatory notes. What you've discovered is terrifying.
We thought as much. But what exactly is it?
This research is inhumane. It violates the code of ethics that is the very foundation of medicine. It has only one goal: to spread death.
The scientists behind this research studied a number of contagious diseases in order to selectively infect and eliminate your people. They chose smallpox as the perfect candidate.
Smallpox?
It's a terrible, often fatal disease that causes a high fever and vomiting. Its most recognizable symptom is the rash and blisters it causes to form all over the body.
That's what killed Sheda.
I'm sorry for your friend. And I'm appalled that a project like that could ever have seen the light of day. The disease is so contagious that even fabric that has been in contact with someone who is sick can spread it. Since your people seem to be more sensitive to this disease than us, and you haven't been inoculated against it like we have, you can imagine what will happen.
We must stop this project at all costs. Let's hope Zaren's contact is convinced by this evidence and can help us. Why was Shedda the only one of us to die?
You told us you were inoculated. I think the scientists on the ship wanted to see if this method would work on your people as well. You're living proof that it does. Your friend, on the other hand, must not have received the same treatment.
Thank you for helping us understand this research.
I truly hope that you will be able to stop this project from being implemented. It's an abomination.
We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back anytime you need help.
We should meet Zeren at the rendezvous point. She must be waiting for us.
Oh, there you are. I got your message, and I'm glad to see you're safe and sound. My husband's men can be so violent. Were you able to find out what he's plotting? Did you gather evidence we can use to have him arrested?
Yes. Your husband has scientists carrying out experiments on my people under the greatest secrecy. They discovered that we are more susceptible to smallpox than you are. They intend to use it to selectively eliminate us. Their aim is to conquer our island without having to fight.
How awful. Were you able to retrieve any documents that demonstrate this and prove that he's involved?
Yes. We have research documents. Accounts of experiments that were translated, as it were, by some scholars we know.
Excellent. When I received your message, I immediately sent word to one of my contacts, the Morsinian ambassador. He's a level-headed man, well-versed in diplomacy, who will know how to put an end to this madness, I'm sure. Here's a pass that will get you to the embassy in the military district. Go and see him as soon as you can.
Thank you. You aren't coming with us?
I don't want my husband to know that I'm helping you. It's far too risky. One last thing. I pulled some strings, and you're no longer wanted. You should be able to get around town without any trouble. But avoid fighting, especially with the guards. Let me know if you need my help with anything else. And be careful.
Goodbye, Zeren. And thank you.
I know the area well. There are guard patrols here. I'd rather avoid them than be forced to fight my brothers in arms.
Hey, please don't let me rot away in here. Thank you for answering me. I was beginning to despair.
What do you want?
I'm not sure I can tell you. You seem nice enough, but there's a guard with you.
I no longer work for this city, nor this country. You can speak.
I have to escape. It would be more than my neck is worth to stay here. I'd end up swinging from a rope just like the others. I can't escape alone, as you can see. So, a little help wouldn't be amiss.
Why were you arrested?
People in this country seem to enjoy tying others up or locking them in jail. We should know whether they're considered savages or coming from a country they want to conquer.
That's not far from the truth, I must say. In fact, I am of the Dutan people. But that's not why I was captured, although it best remain unknown. I got caught because of my line of work. I'm a smuggler, you see. I smuggle illicit goods. And people. People like you, actually. From one country to another. It's a bit ironic. Normally, I'm the one who helps others escape and avoid the guards. Now, I'm reduced to begging for your help.
I see. We have among our friends someone who's in the same line of work.
In that case, they must have told you the fate that's reserved for people like us. Please don't leave me here.
We'll see what can be done.
Well, don't wait too long. I imagine they're already choosing which tree they're gonna hang me from.
This man is helping our people, Vridengar. We should help him too.
Let's see what we can do to get him out of there.
What do you want? If you want to know when the execution will take place, I don't know. I've not yet been informed.
Actually, we'd like to convince you to release him.
You've got a lot of nerve. Freeing Wolfgang, the smuggler, when we've been trying to get our hands on him for months. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'd love a bit of a laugh.
You assert that that's Wolfgang the smuggler. Come on. That's impossible. I happen to know Wolfgang, and...
You know Wolfgang? Why, I should have known. He helped you escape or something of the sort, didn't he?
Of course not. I swear.
Come on, round them up. Either they're on the run, or they're in league with the smuggler.
Hey lads, we're finally going to have some fun!
Renwin var hasta hetana.
You're not very subtle.
You're free.
Well, you really don't do things by halves, do you? Thank you. I won't forget what you did for me.
I really hope you'll be more careful in the future. In your line of work, it's best not to get caught.
Well, naturally. Thanks again, all of you. And goodbye.
This is the Morsinian embassy. Only authorized persons are allowed to enter.
It just so happens that we have a pass to meet with the ambassador.
This document seems to be in order. You may enter.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you.
An islander from Tyr Freddy. Forgive me, but I must admit I found it hard to believe Zeren's missive. Your people are so poorly represented here in diplomatic affairs. It is a true pleasure to meet you. There's so much I'd like to know about your island. But of course, my questions can wait. I believe you had a pressing matter you wished to discuss with me.
Indeed. We'd like to speak with you about General Kurnas. You should know that he is the reason for our presence here, as he had us abducted by his men in order to conduct experiments on us. One of our friends died at their hands, so we are direct witnesses to his actions, which furthered our desire to find out more. With the help of our friends from the continent, we investigated and discovered that he was conducting research in a secret laboratory.
A secret laboratory? Here, in Alima?
Yes, in the caves beneath Dr. Rasili's abandoned laboratory.
I've heard about this, but I thought they were just rumors.
There, we found a whole group of my people who were kept locked up in cages to serve as guinea pigs for experiments. Death awaited them all.
What you're telling me is awful. But what sort of experiments could he be doing? Kurnas is a general, not a scientist.
We recovered the research notes and had them translated and summarized by other scholars. Look, you can see for yourself.
It's abominable. What absurd reason could have inspired him to take on this horrific project? I know our relations with the chiefs on your island can sometimes be challenging, but that's no reason to eliminate an entire people.
Apparently, he hopes to win enough popularity to be crowned Emperor. But Zeren could probably tell you more about that.
I'd heard of this imperialist faction, but I admit I didn't pay much mind to it. What madness! An empire! Morsinia and Thraxis would never agree to such a thing. The only thing they would do is precipitate the breakup of the Alliance. Rest assured that I will share these documents with the Alsard Assembly, and I have no doubt that they will be just as horrified as I am. However, I strongly recommend that you also take action as well. The Assembly is powerful, but it is slow to act. You will have to do everything in your power to keep your people from being contaminated before the assembly begins to move.
Thank you for your counsel and your support.
It's the least I can do.
Thank you for having us. We're leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope we'll have another chance to meet.
We can go. I'd like to talk with you about something. When you have a moment. Moments radi dao. Esvelda gomorosi boedian in jedem oil.
I can't do it.
I'm happy you came to see me. I need your help. I don't know if you remember, or were even aware of it, but some members of the Black Elk clan disappeared before we were captured. I met one of them in Olima, and was able to talk to him. He had been caught with the other members of his clan, just like we were. He also lost members of his clan after the same horrible ritual that took Sheda from us. But he and the other survivors were sold to one who buys and sells people. A merchant named Iqbal. He got away. But the others, we have to find them. We must discover what became of them, Ridenger. This woman, Iqbal, can tell us.
Of course. I'll do everything I can to find them. The hardest part will be finding this woman, since this continent is so much vaster than our island.
But there can't be that many women who buy and sell people in this land. Our companions born in this place might have an idea. Someone must know how to find her. You know how to speak to them. I beg you. Let's find her and save the Alks. We couldn't do anything to save Sheda. And I don't want any more of our people to die because we weren't able to do anything.
I understand. Let's find her and the survivors of the Black Elk clan. I sometimes wonder if our role as Donegada still makes sense here. You, who are always so committed to our duties. What do you think?
How can we not doubt? We have been thrown so far from the earth to which we are bound. But I believe that our duty to our people is still important. Look at what we discovered in this lab. Thanks to this discovery, we can intervene before our people suffer. It's a continuation of what we've learned, don't you think?
You're right. I should first and foremost focus on what we are able to do for our people. And it is true that here we can act on their behalf.
Of course I'm right. I'm teasing you. Sometimes I doubt too, you know. But there are things we can do here. So many of the misfortunes lying in wait for our people emanate from this continent. There's enough to continue to fulfill our role for a long time, even away from our island.
See you later.
Boy.
If I can be of any help, let me know.
I must leave you.
See you later.
There's never a dull moment around you, my dear. So, what can I do for you?
I need to go.
Of course. But come chat again soon.
I wanted to tell you that what we discovered in that laboratory disgusts me. Just as much as it does you. Using a disease to decimate an entire people is despicable. It is unworthy of a general, and even more so of a nation.
Do you know where we can find Iqbal, the slave trader who bought the members of the Black Ulk clan?
I don't know her, and I wouldn't know where to find her. But there are probably some guards in Alima who know more about it than I do. A woman like that once had to hire the coin guard for protection. Some of our people have little regard for morals. But nobody comes to mind who might be involved enough in shady dealings to know about that sort of thing. I'm sorry I don't have a better lead.
Well, you've given us an idea at least. That's something. Thank you. Good boy, Till.
See you soon.
I know I had nothing to do with it, but I'm sorry for what's happening to your people. What we discovered in this lab, what these so-called scientists are preparing, it's horrible.
Do you know where we could locate that infamous slave trader?
I don't associate with that kind of person, as you can imagine, but I may know someone who could help us find her.
I'm listening.
I know a merchant who is involved in smuggling. She might know where to find the slave trader. She does her business in the port of Alima at nightfall. Be prepared to pay. That kind of person never does anything for free.
Thank you, Ludwig. Maybe we'll go find her. We'll talk later.
I'll always be here if you need me.
Would you go to Eskiara with me to try and find the wreck of the ship my mother sank before she died?
Sadly, as you can see, I'm pretty busy at the moment. We can go some other time.
Yes, no problem. A few days won't change anything.
I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
These Renoixe who think they are wise are but murderers, monsters with no conscience. How can they imagine that eradicating an entire people by making them sick is normal?
See you later.
Boy.
That infamous smuggler should be here, right?
My dear, that kind of merchant prefers to cover her dealings in darkness. It is still too early to find her.
Let's wait for her in that case.
Hello?
I have goods from all over the world if you're interested. Come and see. I have some items I brought back from my travels. Would you like to take a look? You're back. So what can I do for you?
We are looking for a woman. A slave trader named Iqbal.
So she dabbles in the slave trade too. What scum. But if half of what she brags about is true, nothing would surprise me anymore. I can get it for you, anything you want, anything. I guess that even includes slaves. Ugh, some people have no morals. But may I ask why you've come to find me? I'm just an honest merchant.
Let's just say there are rumors running about the port. You're said to be a very well-informed woman.
I see. I'm going to have to give at least a few people a real ear-bashing if I understand correctly. I've got nothing against new customers, but I'd just as soon keep my business discreet. I do know where you can find Iqbal. May the Malachor take her. She's my competition. She's doing so well that my coffers are almost empty. If you see what I mean.
Tell you the truth, we're looking for members of a neighboring clan. This woman, who's your competitor, by the way, bought and sold them just like merchandise. You can imagine the rage we feel towards her. We'll do anything to find them.
I think I see what you're getting at. And if that vulture could come out of this the worse for wear, I wouldn't be sorry about it. Fine. I'll give you a deal. Just this once.
That goes without saying. Here you go.
Thank you for supporting your local businesswoman. But don't mention me to anyone. And especially don't say that I'm the one who gave you the information. Iqbal owns a house on the north side of the district. I could show you where on your map if you like.
Thank you. We'll leave you to your business.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Hey, there's something new.
Where could that woman be? What hole is she hiding? Where is she holding the black onyx? We must find her.
Oh, the captain won't be happy. He really wanted to see that woman today.
What does the guard want? What's he doing here?
I have no idea.
She's obviously not at home. But I can make out some slender footprints. Probably a woman's. We could follow them.
Oh, doesn't look like she's here. Iqbal! Are you there? Iqbal! It's the guard. I have to talk to you.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
The tracks lead to the sewers. She must have heard the guard and sought refuge there.
Let's go. Hopefully she's not far ahead.
Is anybody there?
It's the sea that gave them life. This armor is no good anymore.
The tracks lead towards this tunnel on the right.
There she is! It's out!
Leave me alone! What do you want with me?
No time to lose. She's getting away.
She crossed the gate!
Please! Whatever I may have done, I don't deserve this treatment! Leave me alone! I'm begging you! Let me go!
We're back, Joey.
We're under attack! Prepare to fight!
Armor is broken!
Show them what we're made of!
Thank you for saving me. But I wouldn't have been in this situation if you hadn't pursued me here.
You didn't have to run. All we want to know is what you've done with the Black Ulks. To whom did you sell them?
I don't understand a single word of what you're saying. What is a Black Ulk?
A Black Ulk is a person. A member of an island clan. A Tyr Fradian, like the other slaves you sold.
What are you talking about? I never sold slaves. Although I may have promised some. That's it. I promised you slaves.
I doubt that this is the woman we're looking for, Nilan.
To think that we did all this for nothing. And in the meantime, the real Iqbal is still out there somewhere.
I'm sorry, Nilan. I really thought she was the right person. We followed the strongest lead we had.
I disagree. We could have done better. You wasted so much time on pointless discussions with people who see us as no more than animals, and who do nothing but lie to us.
Calm down, Nilan. Losing your cool and bickering won't help us find the Black Orcs any faster.
Maybe, but there is no way I'm going to just follow you around while you chat with everyone. Since Iqbal is nowhere to be found, let's find her associate. He's looking for her, just like we are. And he has the advantage of knowing her well.
Fine. If you think it's the right thing to do. Let's get out of here. I need some fresh air.
Is there any...
Fool dares to attack the best.
Two islanders. Yeah, must be. I heard that a group of people were looking for Iqbal. I imagine it's you.
Why ask us that? What do you...
Are you Qadir, Iqbal's former partner?
Indeed. Now, could you tell me why you've asked half the town about Iqbal?
We're looking for her because she bought several of our people, members of the Black Orc clan, who were taken by force and brought to this island.
We must question her. Only she knows to whom they were sold and where we might find them.
I see. I happen to be looking for her too, as you obviously seem to know. She owes me an explanation after what happened. I considered finding her and ambushing her, because whenever I approach her, she flees. I know where she's going next. She has to go through the Esquiara region and take the road that passes over a bridge just outside the ruins. I'm going to blow up the bridge to block her escape. Then she'll have no other choice but to answer our questions. So, what do you say? Are you in?
The plan seems too complicated just to ask for a few answers. And why tell us about it?
She has surrounded herself with guards who will not hesitate to kill me if I come alone. If we come out in force, she'll have to listen to us.
We can't afford to attack her. We must glean information from her.
Rest assured, it's just a matter of intimidating her and sobering up her guards. So, what do you say?
It seems risky. Isn't there another way to talk to her? After all, we just want to ask her a few questions.
Ridengar, she's as slippery as an eel. This ambush may be the only chance we have to talk to her. We agree to follow your plan. What should we do?
Come to the rendezvous point with explosives. And for the rest, you can count on me.
We'll find some.
I'm going to set off to prepare our move. Don't be late.
We'll be on time. At last, a solid lead. A plan to find this woman. We can save the Black Orcs, Ridengar.
This man does seem to know her well.
I knew from the start that this associate would be the best way to get to her.
If I may, I'd keep a weather eye on him if I were you. I don't trust that man.
You're suspicious? Very well. But it's not your people who are being kidnapped, sold, tortured and threatened. We've wasted enough time talking already. Let's find the explosives he needs and go see him.
Show them what we're made of!
Gentlemen, I've travelled far and wide to bring you all the goods from all over the world, available at the best prices. Want to take a look?
Well, that took forever.
I thought there were people in this camp. Where did they all go?
I sent them off. Don't worry, they're fine. Do you have the explosives?
We brought everything we need.
Perfect. Plant them on the bridge. We'll blow it up as soon as Iqbal gets here. In the meantime, I have some preparing to do.
What should we do once we've planted these explosives? It won't take long.
Wait. According to my calculations, Iqbal will arrive at nightfall.
You don't seem convinced.
What gave you that idea? I'm having the time of my life. It's the first time I've blown up a bridge. I admit that I find it a bit extreme that we're doing it just to question someone. But who am I to judge?
That man exudes violence and pent-up anger.
Stop being such a pessimist. We'll finally be able to talk to Iqbal, and that's all that matters.
I think we've placed everything properly. There you go. Everything is set.
I've finished my part. All we have to do is hide. Behind these rocks, maybe. So she doesn't see us when she gets here. She should arrive when it gets dark.
Come on, Vridengar. Let's go hide.
The bridge was destroyed. She can no longer flee this way.
I hope Iqbal will get here soon.
One thing is for sure. If we want to have the element of surprise, we best keep quiet from now on.
Is that her? Attack!
Kadir, wait!
Show them what we're made of!
Cross me, Iqbal. You're going to pay for your
trail.
This armor is no good anymore!
You never should have crossed me, Iqbal. I'm not the forgiving type.
No! Traitor! Lawyer! Why? Why did you kill her? She was the only one who could tell us where to find the Black Orcs.
I don't give a damn about your black elves and your little investigations. You've been useful so far, but now...
Let's show them what we're made of!
Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor.
She's dead. And with her, all my hopes of saving our people. Why did he have to betray us?
These things happen. But don't lose hope. Maybe we'll find another way to discover what happened to them.
You're so kind, trying to cheer me up. But I'm just a fool. An arrogant and dangerous fool.
You often show impulsiveness, but to say that you're dangerous...
No! You don't understand, Friedengar. Wherever I go, I sow death. That's why I was so intent on saving them.
What are you talking about?
The death of Toflan, of Sheda, our abduction. It's all my fault. I am to blame.
How could you be to blame?
I spoke to Arenaxe a few days before the ritual. Yes, I know. But he looked friendly. He smiled and asked questions that I thought were innocent. I trusted him, Friedengar. Me! I trusted him. And told him that we were the future Donegada of the village. I was so proud. And like a fool, I told him where the ritual was to take place. And that we'd be alone with our master. Everything he needed to know to prepare the ambush we fell into.
You are naive. But you didn't attack us, or throw us into that ship, or kill Sheda. Nor are you responsible for capturing the Black Orcs.
I'm sorry, Friedengar. You must hate me now. But you understand why it's so important that we find the Black Orcs. It's too late to help Sheda, to help Toflan. But we can save them. You understand? I have to save them.
We will save them, Nilan. Come, let's go and search her body. All may not be lost. Look, Nilan. She had documents on her.
Can you read any of it?
The paper is soaked in blood. Some of it is legible, though. I think it's an address in Ulima.
I thought all was lost.
I can't read it all, Nilan. There may be a way to recover the damaged part, but as it stands, I can't tell you where it leads. Would any of you know how to get these stains off so we can decipher the rest of the document?
I have no idea. Why not give it to Safia? She'll know where to send it to get it cleaned up.
You're right. We'll do that. Thank you, Alvida. Sophia, would you know how to retrieve the information from this paper, despite the bloodstains?
We should ask Halise. One of her friends will probably know how. I can have it taken to her. She'll contact us when they've managed to clean it.
Thank you, Sophia. We really need to find out what this document holds.
What is it?
I must leave you.
See you later.
Friedenkar? You still wish to talk to me despite my confession? I don't know how you could forgive me when I can't forgive myself.
Goodbye, Nilam.
Goodbye, Korans.
Would you go to Eskiara with me to try and find the wreck of the ship my mother sank before she died?
Can you remind me of what happened?
Alma told me she'd finished translating my mother's logbook. I don't have all the details. Unfortunately, her message was short. But she told me that the reason my mother, Estrella, died in that storm was because she'd lost the will to live. It was after she had to sink a ship on my father's orders, just off the coast, not far from Eskiara.
I'm sorry, Alvida. That must be very difficult to hear.
Yes. It breaks my heart to think that my mother killed herself. But it has strengthened my resolve. I want to understand. I want to know why my father gave such a senseless order. I want to know everything that happened. Knots are not pirates. Our ships are armed, but they're armed to fight back in the event of an attack. There had to be something aboard that ship to justify sinking it. Maybe something dangerous for the Guild. I'd like to go back to Eskiara to try to track down that ship. And I'd like you to come with me.
All right. Let's go back to Eskiara and find out what happened to the wreck.
Thank you. I'm glad you're coming with me. I'm a bit nervous about what I'm going to find out.
I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Hello? Do you live in this village?
Yes. I was born here, I grew up here, and as you can see, I'm still here. I'd have a hard time living anywhere else at my age. Why, are you thinking of moving here? A little new blood wouldn't hurt.
Have you heard anything about a shipwreck in the vicinity?
You're gonna need to be more precise, child. Shipwrecks with all our deadly reefs happen all the time.
We're speaking about a ship transporting merchandise along these coasts that must have wrecked a few years ago.
Now that you speak about it, that does ring a bell. The storm without clouds.
The storm without clouds?
It was night time, and we heard thunder several times, so loud that many woke to it. But there wasn't a cloud in the sky. The next day we found the wreckage of a large ship at the bottom of the cliffs. Bodies too, poor folk. And all sorts of debris.
I doubt it was due to a storm.
Really?
We shall leave. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Everything has been pillaged or destroyed. After all this time, it's not surprising.
Pieces of a crate. Impossible to know what was in it. They've been destroyed.
It's been a long time. The elements or the villagers took everything that could have given us answers.
It looks like a cloth from a banner or a torn flag.
Those are the colors of the Alliance. This ship must have belonged to them. This ship must have contained something extremely precious to have merited such an attack. I would have liked to have found a clue telling us what it could be.
I'm not casting any stones. These poor villagers get by however they can. But it's true they likely help themselves to the wreckage debris.
You are right. It's quite common to recover gifts from the sea. We should go and talk to them.
You again? What else do you want?
What do you know about the wreck that's north of the village?
Not much. It's been there for a long time. Back then, a lot of soldiers, even some Nauts, came poking around.
Poking around? What do you mean?
They go snooping around, asking everyone questions. They were investigating, they said. But it seemed like they were looking for something.
We shall leave now. Thank you for your welcome.
That's it. Goodbye.
Hello? How can I help you? Are you lost?
What do you know about the shipwreck located at the foot of the cliffs near the village?
A shipwreck, you say? Really? I never noticed that there was one there.
We were told that villagers recovered quite a few things after the shipwreck that took place a few years ago. Did you take anything?
That must have taken place before I settled here. I never heard anyone speak of a shipwreck. So to be sure, I didn't take anything from it.
Good boy.
This woman is too nervous. And her answers made no sense. She is hiding something from us.
Let's spy on her a little. Our visit spooked her. She might make a mistake and reveal something to us.
Here, we'll have a great vantage point to observe the movements of our suspect. She's coming from the town. We should follow her.
Well, well. I wonder what this coffer is holding.
You followed me. But who are you really? Are you one of the Naughts that attacked us? Or are you with the corrupted soldiers of the Alliance?
We are neither one nor the other. Our friend Alvida is a Naught, but she was not involved in this attack.
That is true, I assure you. We wish you no harm.
Forgive me. I was so afraid when you came to find me in the village. And to see you here didn't make things easier.
You seemed far too nervous, and your answers were not making any sense. We decided to watch you, and we were right to do so, it seems.
I was on that ship. I was traveling with my husband. We were headed for the congregation. It was strange. There were armed men aboard. We were told they were there to protect a diplomat, but we never saw anyone. One night, we were attacked by a vessel flying Naught colors. Our ship was sunk. I thought I was dead, but somehow I survived. My husband didn't have as much luck. Shortly after washing ashore, Naughts and soldiers came to interrogate everyone in the village. I had supposed they had come to finish their work, so I hid the documents I had collected after being washed ashore. I was hoping that they would be useful in bringing justice someday, but that was long ago.
I lead a peaceful existence here now. And when you came asking questions, I thought it would be better to get rid of all of it once and for all.
I am very sorry. We didn't want to frighten you. I have come here precisely with the goal of shedding light on what happened to your ship. I would like to know why Knots would have committed such an atrocity that goes against all the codes our guild defends.
Please, take these documents. I have never even read them. Touching them even pains me. I hope they will help you understand.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I find this hard to believe. My father wouldn't order the destruction of a ship transporting a diplomat. Why would he have been working against a chance at peace? My father can be vain, but he's not a warmonger. And to imagine that he brought my mother into this. Now I understand our despair.
Don't you think it's a little early to be accusing your father? There must be factors unknown to us at present.
Perhaps, yes. Even if what these documents spell out seems all too clear. Thank you for accompanying me and your support in this investigation. I couldn't have done it without you. Now I am going to need some time to think all this over. Here we are, off the coast of the proud city. I'm sorry. I'm still processing what we've learned. The thought that my father could have given such an order is deeply painful to me.
Forgive my question, but how do relationships between knots work? I'm thinking of your admiral father and your captain mother. They couldn't have been together very often.
It's true that relationships with a knot are not easy. We are at sea, sometimes for months. And when on different ships, it complicates things even more. Some take lovers at every port or among the crew. Others remain faithful. Love is a strange thing. And when it's true, neither time nor distance can shake it. At least in my opinion. What would you do if you fell in love with one of us?
I would remain faithful, of course. And I'd hope that the wind would bring them back as quickly as possible.
That's a very noble way of seeing things. But aren't you afraid that the loneliness would weigh you down? Personally, I don't know if I'd be able to take a lover if I were to live far from the person I love. Just like you. But then again, It's easy to have principles.
I won't bother you any longer.
The next time we talk, it'll have to be over a drink.
I know Peren a little. Came here a long time ago. The Thélème embassy was in the city centre the last time I was here.
Let's go. Your Excellence.
How exotic. An envoy of Tyr Fredi. This is quite the novelty. Are you a dignitary from your island, or have you come with a message from a local noble?
I suppose one might say that I am an envoy of Tyr Fredi, milady. And I'm here to speak with you about a very important matter. We have proof that the General Gurnaz, a commanding officer of the Bridge Alliance, is preparing a brutal attack against your country.
Alas, that is nothing new. The Bridge has been attacking us for centuries. But you might not have been aware of that.
We are aware of the war between your two nations, but this time the situation is very different. This general seeks glory for himself rather than his nation. And he plans on using unconventional means to obtain his goal. He hopes to use giant creatures that we call guardians, beasts invoked from the rituals of our traditions. He will release them to attack you. He plans on blaming my people, but also the congregation. These horrible attacks will originate from your country by his hand.
Giant creatures? Are you certain you have all of your wits about you?
We can prove what we are saying. We have documents that we took from a laboratory operated by men under orders of this general. And if it is the very existence of these creatures that you doubt, we also have in our possession one of their heads. It is on our ship. You can come and see it yourself if you so desire, or send someone you trust.
You seem very sure of yourself. You have given me pause, sir. I'm going to send someone from the embassy immediately to verify what you've told me. Let's assume that you are telling the truth about these monsters. You also spoke about some documents.
Here they are.
Thank you. Please, allow me a moment to inspect them all. This entire story seems like the stuff of some fable. But these savants and this General Gurnaz are indeed set on attacking us and letting others take the blame. Alas, these documents do not give us the precise location of this attack. Do you have an idea?
As you were able to read, the savants seem to want to use ancient Austrian ruins. It's true that we too need locations that are of historical or natural significance in order to perform the bonding ritual, which here transforms people. But I am not familiar with the border regions, and I don't know if Austrian ruins are to be found there.
There are indeed Austrian ruins all over the place in our country. But if I think about it, one location in particular comes to mind. The Sudwise region, in fact, that people from here have renamed High Prairie when they took it.
It's carried the name of High Prairie for many years now, Your Excellence. I have never been there, but I have heard the name spoken. I understand that impressive ruins are to be found there.
Very well, then. I have thought this through. I think the best option would be for me to accompany you. This business is far too important, and its impact too far-reaching, for you not to be accompanied by someone official. And if we were to wait for the princes of the merchant cities to take action, we would by then have died of old age.
Isn't this quite risky, Your Excellence?
My dear, I was born during a civil war in my country. I know how to defend myself. Or one might say, I am a fast runner. We will rendezvous at High Prairie. I require some time to prepare for the voyage. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about?
What can you tell me about your nation?
The Holy Dutan Empire was once the greatest empire on the continent, almost as great and glorious as the Austrian Empire. Alas, discord arose among the nobility, and our faith was used by the vilest among them to turn their backs on the Emperor. Ever since, the Empire has been plagued by civil war, which has weakened us. Families tear each other apart and clash. Neighbors kill each other. We lost territory to the south, and we were unable to join the other nations that set foot on your island. However, I'm confident that our Emperor shall restore order and the greatness of the Dutan Empire.
What does your role as ambassador here in Peren consist of?
Like any other ambassador, I represent the interests of our nation before the Prince de Vespe. The congregation of merchants and its assembly of small city-states gained prominence on the continent. We would have liked them to show us more support against our enemies in the Alliance, but unfortunately they value their neutrality. My role is therefore to ensure that our economic and diplomatic exchanges are as beneficial to our two nations as possible.
What can you tell me about the war between you and the Bridge Alliance?
We've been at war for centuries now, alas. It began before the Alliance was created. The first battles were waged against Tynea and Thraxis. They eventually joined forces with Morsinia, who betrayed us for ridiculous questions of dogma. Since then, the front is at a stalemate. There were some periods of peace and some outbursts of fighting, without any real progress. But we shall never give up. The Enlightened is with us. We will eventually win.
What are the links between the Dutan Empire and Thélème?
It was in Thélème that San Matthias was born and taught the way of the Enlightened, the ways of true faith. His disciples saw the good word and the teaching of magic carried as far as Dutan and converted the Emperor. He became the champion of the way of the Enlightened and became its most faithful and fervent representative on Ghakan. Since that day, our two nations have been allies, united in their faith and their interests in the face of the rest of the world.
We were told that it was not possible to travel to your country.
Well, it's indeed not advisable to go there, especially when arriving from this side of the border. Trade is still free with Thélème, but this is no longer the case with our other neighbors. Too much contraband entered by this means, and too many fugitives, frightened by the civil war, left the country. We still trade, of course, but any trade is highly monitored and must be duly validated by the Emperor.
We shall leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
To get to High Prairie, we must head to the northeast of Peren. There's a way to reach the trade route that leads there from the hills.
Wipe them from the face of the earth.
Stop right there. You can't go any further. This excavation site is forbidden to the public.
Oh, really? What's being excavated here?
Ancient Austrian ruins, I think. But you should leave. This kind of site can be dangerous. There could be landslides.
Thank you. We'll be leaving now.